Alrighty guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're going to briefly talk about the campaign banner that has dropped for the latest Dare to Defy fight going up against Benevelza, where Square Enix decided to increase the amount of HP by almost double the amount from when his fight originally dropped. So like it has over 300 mil, which is kind of nuts. And what's crazy about that fight is that there are a lot of restrictions. Hope is definitely the MVP for this fight because he is able to charge up the gauge really fast. He is able to activate his FR and increase it by a very good amount. And if you're able to knock this thing out before it reaches the halfway point on its force gauge, then you'll be good to go. So like this fight, like you do have to deal with a lot of mechanics. If you are wanting to use melee based units, then yeah, you have to make sure to beat it to either beat it within one or two force times before the 50% mark, or if not, then you're gonna have to resort to just using magic units, and that's pretty much about it. Like you'll be fine with letting Benevelza go beyond the 50%. There is a lot of stuff that you have to put up with, and the other biggest thing is the fact that you cannot get broken, because if you get broken, you get clapped. So yeah, it's a very annoying fight. I think it's still very much an annoying fight for a lot of players, even those who have not beat it in the past. The fact that it has returned to haunt some of you guys, and it has way more HP now. Yeah, I can imagine it's not a very fun experience for many global players. So I think the reason why they went ahead and just released the same banner that was originally dropped in JP, but for global and attached to the Benevelza event, which they just went ahead and did it just to give us like additional content for us to be able to do. I really didn't think that they were going to change anything with this banner. And the sad part is, as much as I love Machina and I love the amount of damage that he could potentially do, I still don't feel like it would be enough damage for him to be able to knock out Benevelza in the one or two FRs that you would use. Like if you reliant on Hope's FR, I really don't think that it would be enough. Even with what makes it even worse is the fact that seeing as how Hope and Machina do not have Force Echo and still does not have Force Echo in JP, it's just like you want to stick with your Force Echo characters, or have at the minimum two, and one of them being a strong DPS and then the other one giving you some strong supports, which is why in my run I used Tifa, Shalata, and Hope. Hope, of course, to be able to charge up the gauge super duper fast. Shalata for the brave gains per brave hit, and then of course Tifa. I mean, well, it's Tifa. I mean, she claps anything. So, yeah, it's gonna be a rough time for a lot of global players. Thankfully though, because there are a lot of content creators, small or big, they have been uploading many different team comps, which is going to help out a lot of players. And hopefully with some of those runs that have been uploaded and continue to be uploaded, hopefully it'll be enough to help some of you guys out who are struggling with this fight. Like I even seen a Ruby Conte solo with this fight, which I did attempt to do, but the thing is though, like with that Ruby Conte solo, you have to time things to the dot to be able to do that Ruby Conte solo. So and the thing is though, like depending on like what sphere that you have, C sphere? No, not C sphere, the green sphere, right? For me, myself, my Ruby Conte has a sphere where whenever he breaks a target, he does heal up a little bit. And seeing as how Benevelza is unable to get broken whatsoever, then yeah, it just makes things much harder for me. It makes it much harder for me to be able to do a solo run with Ruby Conte. But I have seen a few people do it, which is great, and I give major props to them for being able to do it. But I just went ahead and just did the route that I did. and knock this thing out. So yeah, this banner, it may not be the best banner for many players, or not that it is the best banner for many players. It just doesn't make sense for a lot of players, especially with Machina being on the banner. Yeah, they could have switched somebody else to make this banner a little bit better. Maybe a character with Force Echo would have helped out a lot. That would help just as much as Hope would, but I really don't think that they were going to make any changes, and they were just going to drop it and be like, here you go, have fun. That's practically what they did with this banner. So but yeah, for those curious to know, in my opinion though, like depending on like how long you've been playing, I really don't think that any of these characters would be like super duper chase worthy as of right now. I mean, one, they have no Force Echo. Two, Machina, like they are much stronger options right now when it comes to DPS. Three, Hope. Yeah, he is a great FR charge and everything like that, but the thing is though, like you are more than likely not going to be using him, so at most you can get up to his LD, so that way you can use his LD call, but that's about it. But overall, I really don't think that anybody should be pulling on this banner. Just do the free multi, and that's about it. Save up your resources, because there still are other banners that are going to be dropping in this month that I feel like is much more important to many players. So, but other than that, though, guys, this is going to be it. Let's go ahead and do my free multi draw and see what the hell I get. All right, should I do the Simply method? Let's do the Simply method. Why not? I may get a BT dupe. I doubt it, but that'd be nice. All right. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the fight overall. Let me know if you have been it or not. Let me know your thoughts on the banner. If you think it's a little bit silly that they didn't change it, that they could have changed it. Whatever it is that you want to express yourselves down in the comments below, feel free to do so. But other than that, though, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, look at that. Hope's LD. Nice. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.